Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and well, tonight I'm going to try a traditional draft of Crimson Vow. So this will be a best of three event. So we will have sideboarding. The prize structure is a little bit different. So we'll play three matches, and if we get one win, we only get one pack out of the three matches. If we get two wins, we get 1,000 gems and four packs, and three wins, you get 3,000 gems and six packs, essentially double the amount of gems that you put into this. Which, if you do the math and say you get one draft with three wins and three drafts with two wins, you're actually breaking even there. Plus, all the packs you get. So the prize payouts can be a little bit better. Let's go ahead and jump in here. We're going to find a draft table. Other things I've heard about traditional drafts is that, well, not just heard, just things that are generally true. Like, they're not ranked. So you're not going to get any limited rank in this. So if you're trying to build that up, you can't do that in traditional drafts. But that also means that we're going to be matched up against totally random people. Well, random people that are also playing this at the same time that we are, but still random people. And what that means is you could end up against like really good decks and players, or really like not as great Magic players. I actually did a Crimson Vow draft. I didn't record it. I ended up with a blue-green deck, and I got two out of three wins, and like the final win was not super challenging. Like my opponent played like, I don't know if he was trying to fake a combat trick, but I had like an infestation expert on the field. It was a 3/4 creature. He attacks me with a 2/2. The 2/2 that can whenever one of your creatures dies, you gain a life. And he was still at like a high amount of life, and he had no cards in hand. And so I just blocked his creature, and it just died. And I didn't understand why he did that. He actually did that in two of the games that we play, and it didn't make sense to me. I don't know if he was just like trying to desperately gain the one extra life, or what was going on. Okay, so here this is overall not the greatest. Yeah, this card. This is the card I was just talking about, Panic Bystander. So we have a Lantern Flare here. It can cleave for white-red X. Or if it doesn't cleave, it just deals X damage equal to the number of creatures we control, and we gain that amount of life. It's really between Lantern Flare and the Blood Tithe Harvester as my picks for like the two best cards in the back. Everything else is just kind of, there's a few playable cards in here, but otherwise a very underwhelming pack. So do I want to try and go black-red, or do I want to try and do this Lantern Flare thing? Well, I haven't actually gotten to play with this Lantern Flare card, so let's go with that. And here I can follow this up with a nice Abrade, which also would have been a valid follow-up to the Blood Tithe Harvester as well. And with these three white cards, I'm betting one of them will come back. We might be white-red here. We might really be white-red here. Angelic Quartermaster can be a decent flyer, pumping up some of our other creatures. I do like the white-red archetype, just in general. I seem to have decent success with white-red in limited environments. Okay, so here we have... Like, I could play Gryff Rider, or I could take the Sure Strike or the Ceremonial Knife. I think it might just be better if I just like stick with one sort of... We've got fairly decent picks here. I I mean, if we're talking like best cards in the, it's probably the Desperate Farmer. That's kind of a ways off from what we're doing so far. Sure Strike isn't awful. I don't mind a combat trick. So here we have Rallier, Vampire Slayer, or Pyre Spawn in our colors. Well, this is technically in our colors too, but we're not picking that. A lot of blue cards, which I don't really care about. I'll take the Rallier. I'm okay with the Rallier. It can't attack alone, but when it attacks, you get to untap a creature, so it can kind of be offensive and defensive at the same time. And I feel like the way this is going, we might be struggling for some playables here. The Flame Breather isn't horrible in white-red. I've had a white-red in Crimson Vow before, and I believe I did have Flame Breathers over Vampire Slayers. I'm good with that. 1/3 body can kind of stall out the board, and here it just seems like maybe we should be in blue. So maybe we'll consider that. And I want Repository Scab here. Yeah, I think I do. And we have, you know, terrible blue rare. But we do have this Piercing Light, and we have a Reckless Impulse. Both of them are valid cards. Vilespawn Spider going around too. I'm going to take the Impulse here. And here, I'm not super interested in any of this. I don't need it to become night. If I'm struggling for playables, Blood Servitor is a card. Here, I could take an Honored Heirloom and maybe set up for a potential splash. Discard your hand, then draw a card for each card you've discarded this turn. I mean, it seems better than a bad rare. How many of the bad rare do I have? I have none. Grab the rare. We'll rare draft a little bit. Here's a Fearful Villager. I think this is a pack where I was wishing stuff that came back too. Let me grab the Fearful Villager. That's a very valid 3-drop. Boarded Windows, I guess, for, again, value. Siphon Essence, because we grabbed a blue card earlier. On that, because we grabbed a green card. And we have, you know, an underwhelming rare that I already have a playset of, so I don't even need to consider just drafting it just because. So here, wow, there's not a lot of impressive stuff. Oh, we've got a couple decent black cards. I do like the Diregraph Scavengers. I don't really want to take a second Rallier. These aren't too difficult to pick up. I'm going to take a Belligerent Gust. I didn't really see anything in blue I wanted either. Here's an aggressive white creature. Drugskull Infantry is also not bad, but I'm going to take the Fleet Spirit here. And now we have a Flame Blessed Bolt. We also have a Traveling Minister, which those can be good. But I like removal, so I'm going to take the Bolt over the Minister. And there we get a Markov Waltzer, which is, you know, a great flying haster. I've had success with this card in the white-red archetype. It can pump up other creatures, it can pump up itself, it has flying and haste, it can just kind of chip in for damage over time. I want to find, like, some Kindly Ancestors to use with it as well. Pump up Kindly Ancestors, or another thing I've done is, like opponent doesn't have any flyers, I can just put a Kindly Ancestor, the Aura side onto the Waltzer. And then I'm like gaining life and mitigating damage that our opponent does. Also goes well with the Angelic Quartermaster. You can pump up the Waltzer so it just gets bigger permanently. I like the way this deck is shaping up so far. We've hit a snag. Where's our packs? You there. Stop holding up packs. I can only ramble for so long. Again, I'm going to go with the Lacerate Flesh, just kind of get some more removal. Blood tokens that we get from it can be relevant at discarding excess lands. Does Lantern Flare only deals damage to a creature or planeswalker? Okay. I cannot just smash our opponent with it. I wouldn't mind if we could, though. And underwhelming white-red rare it is. It's still a 3-mana 3/3. And maybe you get some tokens that... maybe it comes with blood tokens. The other option is Piercing Light, but I think we have enough cheap removal here. But I'm just going to take the creature. And the Festivities could be a relevant sideboard card. We kind of have a lot of 1-mana or 3-mana creatures. I'm going to grab the Vampire Slayer here. I think that might be better. Ooh, there's a really nice creature. Very late pick 8 for that. Yeah, I'll pick that up. Here, I'll grab a Pyre Spawn. I don't think I'm going to put it in the main deck, but it could be a sideboard card. Speaking of sideboard cards, Lantern of the Lost. A Hungry Ridgewolf. I'll grab that just in case we do pick up enough. I mean, maybe I could even cut the Flame Breather and go with the Werewolves, or even the Vampire Slayer. Go with the werewolves. We also have the, what's his name? Fearful Villager that's a werewolf that can count for that. Nothing I'm interested in. And, oh, another Ridgewolf. Those can be good in multiples if, that's what our 2-drop ends up being. Hello, 2/1 first strike. Whenever a player plays a land or casts a spell, if it shares, I don't even have any copies of that. That is definitely our pick. It's a mythic, so I'm not going to turn that down. Other cards in this pack for... Ooh, there's Pack Song Pup. Pup, pup, pup. Other cards, like I've had the Heron Blessed Geist. It'd be okay. It'd be better if we got some more enchantments, or any enchantments, really. Blood Petal Celebrant can be a good 2-drop as well. Ooh, there's an Abrade. But there's also a Fierce Retribution. Oh my. I like Abrade a little bit more, just because it's more point and clicky. I don't have to wait for my opponent to attack to get rid of their thing. There's no good creatures here that I want. Oh, there is good creatures here that I want. Oh, and a Hiveheart Shaman. We can't take the Shaman at this point. We can't pass this Waltzer. It's too good for us. Alright, one more pick, and then I'm going to have to start cutting something. The first thing is going to cut is this Vampire Slayer, so I may as well just stuff it over there right now. The Perish Blade Trainee, I don't mind that. Yeah, I think Trainee's the pick here. Over the Blood Petal Celebrant. Blood Petal Celebrant isn't bad either, especially with the Waltzers. But I think we have ways to train that. Haste creatures also help train it. I think it's... I think it's my cue to take out the Flame Breather. As we pick up a second Fleeting Spirit, I think instead of like just constantly trying to discard cards or get the thing, I think I'm just going to treat it as a 3/1 attacker. We have another trainee. Alternatively, there's a Shield Basher. I'm not opposed to the Shield Basher, but I think I like the trainee a little bit more. Oh, and a Hungry Witch. That's a late Skull Scab. Is somebody not playing the blue-black deck? That gives us a place of the Ridge Wolves. We could just be super aggressive in our 2-drop spot. I mean, out of this, I just need to cut one card so far. Oh, we have so many 2-drops. I don't really like multiple Perish Blade trainees. All our other 2-drops are just so much better. I could use some more big mana stuff. This could also just be a 16 land deck. Because I have very few 3-drops. And only 4 things here that are 4 or more. I will run 16 lands with this. And we can put the trainee back in. Lightning Wolf is not the 4-drop I had in mind. But okay. It's not bad. It also goes with our Hungry Ridge Wolves, but our Hungry Ridge Wolves go with our Hungry Ridge Wolves. I'm going to grab the Sanctify here for our sideboard. Since we will have sideboarding to do. That's a late Lantern Bear? A pick 10 Lantern Bear? What is... I guess I'll grab the on-color card. Oh, hey, this came back. I like the Shield Basher more than the Lightning Wolf. Shield Basher will die to, like, Gift of Fangs or Flame Blast Bolt or... it could even die to Piercing Light before the Indestructible activates. Your opponent just does it in response to the trigger. Oh, this is... Let's start taking Ancestral Anger. Let's not. Another one of the tappers. Okay. Honestly, I think the deck, the way that it is, I think I just run this and run 16 lands. We've got cheap creatures, cheap removal. We have a couple things for our sideboard. Vampire Slayer against vampire decks, Sanctify, Radiant Grace. That's not a real sideboard card, right? No, it's not. Oh yeah, and it went and did this. I think we'll just keep an even split. We want to make sure we have both our colors by the time we get to 4 mana for our Waltzers. We didn't get any of the really good 3-drops like Alluring Suitor or anything. But we got usable stuff. And our 2-drop spot is jam-packed. We didn't get any of those 1-mana Traveling Ministers. Those would have been... 1 or 2 of those would have been decent as well. There were just sometimes more pressing cards to pick. Okay, I guess that's going to be the deck. I'm running all 4 Hungry Ridge Wolves. I guess I am. I don't think we have enough to make that usable, and Fire Spawn could be... It's a dice trigger. If it was an ETB trigger, I would totally run that. That card itself would just get run a lot more if it was ETB. Yeah, I think this is the deck. We're just going to try to be somewhat aggressive. And if we see any nasty enchantments, we can bring in our Sanctify out of the sideboard. But hopefully our opponents will just, be dead before that becomes relevant. I do have a Sure Strike in my deck, which that could go well with those Hungry Ridgewolves as well. Opponent goes first, but we're going to be... We'll have this to do. We'll have 3 draws before we need something else to do. I think that's reasonable to get a mountain. Hey, look, I got the mountain. I'm going to lead off with... I'm going to lead off with the Ridgewolves. Because they'll get Trample. I can play this like... I'm not going to block that. Binding Geist. Okay, sure. You bind that Geist. Opponent gonna trade their 3-drop for my 2-drop. I'm good with that. Diregraph Scavenger. I'm not so good with that. That's not cool, opponent. Not blocking that again. So I think here I could go for the Waltzer, but I'm kind of getting raced. So let's get some of this stuff out here. And no attacks. I wouldn't mind trading the Fleeting Spirit for the Scavenger. But they could also just activate that Binding Geist. Or they can do nothing. So... what trick do they have? Well, I can't really... Let's see if they have a counter. They probably do. Yeah, if they got the Siphon Essence. Okay. I mean, I could train that. And stuff dies. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'd like one of my Braids to deal with that Scavenger. Well, ask and you shall receive, huh? You would try to screw... Look at this auto-tapper trying to screw me. I guess let's do this, let's do that first. I don't like the idea of having to play the land here, because I don't have any 6-drops in the deck. And I would like to hold up a card for the Fleeting Spirit. Syncopate for 4. Huh. Apparently I should have played the land first. Well, whatever, I can do this. So if I do this, I can get a counter on him and make him bigger than that. We'll do it like that. Save our 3-1 for the moment. So now if they want to kill the trainee, they have to block with that, and it would be a trade. I don't mind this trade here. He's gonna get another one. Oh, that one, that red 1-mana card that deals 1 damage to all your opponent's stuff. That would actually be kind of... He didn't get another one. Ooh, he must have been, like, struggling for 2 drops, or he's already drawn the other one? I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't do as much as you want it to. Oh yeah, he drew his other one. Do I have 3 cards? I have 2 in there. There's a Rallier. Because I can still pump. Well, if that trades, it trades. I'm still gonna try and be aggressive here. Because that's gonna get another counter on this thing. And I mean, I could discard a card to save it. Maybe I even want to do that, because then I can have this with first... Well, it would only have first strike for 1 turn. There might have been a reason to play the Rallier before combat. But hey, this thing is now essentially a 1-5 instead of a 1-3. And it can relevantly attack again. Scattered Thoughts. Okay, so our opponent's going to get time to draw. We're going to hit them... Okay, 2 lands into the graveyard. Okay, so they're not going to have any plays here. Well, neither are we, unfortunately. We'll just have to put the pressure on them. We'll untap our Waltzer. Just waltz all over our opponent. That's 6 damage, so that is a 3-turn clock. Of course, our opponent just got a couple extra cards. They got 3 in hand. Let's see what they got. A Cruel Witness. Well, that's somewhat annoying. Ooh, a Reckless Impulse. Let's play that. Because we could get in a Braid here. Okay, well, that's not a Braid. But it does mean that they cannot just block our Waltzer and bounce that damage. Untap the Waltzer so it can also block. Okay. Damage happens. Do they have the Serpentine ambush? Turn that into a 5/5? They do. Well, I'm kind of glad I saved the... Yeah, they kind of... Our opponent kind of put a lot of their resources into that, into killing that Waltzer. They had the Binding Geist on it, and they, you know, did the Serpentine ambush. Well, this is unfortunate. I'm gonna play this just to put it into our graveyard. I can't attack, because it can't attack alone. Oh, yuck. Okay, we need to kill our opponent before this happens. That's 7-10 damage. We're probably just dead. Why did they not equip the knife? Oh, look, I can finally kill that. I still can't attack. I can kill that, though. Then again, maybe I can't kill that, because the horror can bounce it. It's horrible. Okay, sure. I'm not gonna mess around. We can't beat this. They can just equip the knife on the Cruel Witness, even if we have a blocker for the Hullbreaker Horror. Okay, so we need to kill them before that stuff goes wild. This stuff doesn't really help. Yeah, I think we just don't have a ton of good quality 3-drops. I think we just run this back as it is. I don't think we have anything else that can be good against them. I mean, maybe the Bride's Gown to get additional power boost. But we're just gonna struggle to keep creatures out. I mean, I guess it's between Bride's Gown and Sure Strike. I like the Sure Strike a bit more here because First Strike can be used against their Diregraph Scavenger. Seems okay. Our opponent is now ready. I'm gonna play first, being, you know, white-red semi-res. We can't keep this hand because there's no red in it. What did I just say, game? Oh my gosh. Fine, I keep 4. We're so far off from that, and that. And that, for that matter. This is awful. Oh, let's play our Voltaic Visionary. Maybe I'll use this effect. Yeah, I'm gonna use this effect because I don't want to just ram this into that. We're in a braid. Yeah, we'll play it. Drop our planes. We have a 4/3. They have a Binding Dice that can now trade with it. Well, let's go attacking. We'll probably put the Binding Geist on it. I don't think it's going to matter when we mulligan down to 4. Or they can Hero's Downfall it. I mean, that's relevant too. That is haste. Yeah, because if I get another 2-drop, I can always play our 2 2-drops, and this way they can't counter this. I can always Binding Geist it. There's a Stitched Assistant. Okay, they are going for the Binding Geist. And, oh, we have a Lantern Flare. I'm gonna use it on something better than that. I don't have any good attacks, though. And they can play Hullbreaker Horror now. Okay, well, they don't have Hullbreaker Horror. Otherwise, that would have definitely been the play. Yeah, we're not winning this one. Okay, we're gonna want to kill that before it exploits. We're gonna have to cleave for x equals 3. Now if they still try to exploit, they actually won't get the effect. They'll just sack a creature. Okay, our opponent is smart enough to know that. Or has vast experience. Oh, belligerent guest. Oh, they have a site in essence, of course. But again, I can't... There's no way I could have played around it. I can't just sit here and do nothing. I say as we sit here and do nothing. Why am I not... Oh, yuck. Oh, hey, Ridgewolf. I don't mind attacking when this has trample now. Archghoul of Thraben. Oh, and now they get 2 Archghouls of Thraben. This is basically over. We didn't know they had that. We didn't know they had that. They can just swing with... yeah. I'll give this one more draw. Oh. Okay. I mean, they just trade with that. This is so bad for us. And our opponent did not... Okay. I mean, I can't sit here and do nothing. But it probably just does not matter. Yeah, because they can just trade off everything. If they get any zombies out of this... Excuse me, why do you get... Oh, because there were 2 of those. You had 6 zombies die, so you get 6 zombie triggers. That's going to create 2... Oh, yeah, that's basically game right there. Because they're going to get double all of these. There's the knife. I shouldn't even bother. Because that's just not going to work out. Is there anything we can... And there's Pyre Spawn. What would I even take out? I'd have to take out like a 2-drop. Maybe I need both trainees in the deck so that I can get some +1/+1 counters going and get some bigger threats. I guess since we're having a hard time keeping creatures on the field, let's remove a Sure Strike. Oh, but Sure Strike would be so good if we ever draw it. Or we have to take out a 2-drop. Which I don't like that process. I could also take out the Rallier. I don't want to do that. Because I can't attack alone, and it's kind of easy for our opponents to get it alone. It's Haymaker 70. I'll play first, since I get to decide. We'll go ahead and keep this hand. It's got lands, it has removable creatures and card draw. 1 card of each. Their opponent is playing blue. I'm going to lead off with the Ridgewolf, because if we draw another one, then we could be attacking for 3 right away. We're also welcome to just kind of sit here and chill out. I'm going to get the... Yeah, I don't really want to trade this for that. I'm going to get the trainee out here. And not going to attack. I suppose I could have attacked there. It would have been free. Nothing bad could have happened, and I don't care if the Entomber attacks me back. But it's not going to attack me back here. Unless our opponent is doing something weird. Next we'll play Fleeting Spirit and hold up a Braid. Yuck. Alternatively, we have the Markov Waltzer, which I enjoy. Let's waltz all over them. I'm going to pump the trainee, and then I'm going to have to pump something else so that I can train the trainee. But this way, he can't just block. So let's do that. And we're coming in. If he wants to kill the trainee, he'd have to trade the Headless Rider. He's going to trade the Rider for that. Okay. He'll get a 2/2 zombie token out of that deal. Which is okay. Oh, there's nothing I could have done about that. A Flame Blast Bolt would have been amazing there. Skull Scab. One decides not to. Say, what makes you think you can just attack all willy-nilly there? Well, we can't train the trainee. But I like this attack, because we have this Braid up as well. They do want to try and double block. Interesting. Let's take that out. Okay, opponent has Alchemist Retrieval. Saves one of their creatures. Fair enough. So I'm gonna play the... How much do I have in there? I've got 2 in there. Alright, I'll play the trainee again, because our opponent knows about it. Next turn we got the Reckless Impulse. I could also cast the Fleeting Spirit before combat. So I could pump the Spirit and then still train the trainee. That's kind of annoying. So our opponent is Grixis colors. Interesting. Or I play a Ridgewolf. because this is not getting around that. Or I think I said we play the impulse first. Ooh, Cemetery Gatekeeper. That's interesting, but the more efficient use of our mana is right here. Actually, I cannot train the trainee anyways, because then it just dies to being double blocked. Would I be okay with that? Because then I'd get a counter that I could put on something. I think I'm okay with that. I think that's kind of the purpose of this trainee. I probably could just kill the trainee for free and take 2, which that is what they're going to go for. Okay. And we're going to pump up the Fearful Villager. I'm also going to play the Cemetery Gatekeeper, probably on instant, just to punish our opponent for playing an instant. I also punish them for playing creatures if I want to exile a creature. But I don't think I want to exile from my own graveyard, not with the Fleeting Spirit. Zombies have flying. I mean, I can't get around that 5 toughness. There's Odric. Let's... Am I attacking here? They're gonna start making huge zombies out of the stuff. This is probably just lost. Well, we gotta play the Gatekeeper. I don't think we have attacks here. We're definitely not gonna have attacks next turn when that thing goes crazy on us. I could get rid of... You know, let me get rid of a creature and punish them for playing creatures. Let me punish myself for playing creatures, because I decided to play things in that order. Because I'm just that good at this game. Yeah, we're not attacking, so... I kind of need to find my other Markov Waltzer. I got 4 counters for this. Flying, Menace, Haste, and First Strike. That's probably the best you're going to see that Odric perform. If I draw a land here, I'm going to pitch it before... Creepy Puppeteer, so that's what they're splashing red for. Okay. Okay, then. Well, that has First Strike, but it doesn't do what I need it to do. Yeah, we're gonna get mauled by this thing. And by casting our own creatures. None of these have power enough to get through anything. This is the problem with having a lot of 2-drops. Ooh, Lantern Flare. I'm going to take some damage, but I'm going to gain some health back when I do this. We got to get rid of Geralf. There. I still don't have attacks, though. We're not in a horrible spot. Fear of death, that's not better. Well, we have a blocker. Do I want another fleeting spirit that can't get through this? I mean, even transforming is not... I'm gonna get rid of this fleeting spirit. It does not get me through this. Neither does that. And neither does that. That does. That very much does. How do I want to do this? I don't really want to attack this turn. Let's pretend I didn't get anything. Look, I made it nighttime. Well, it still has -1 power. Oh, and a braid. Okay, this is gonna work. We will make this work. So we're gonna do that and that. Maybe I don't swing with this, I don't know. Maybe we do. Let's bring the power. Haha. Let's get our first strike damage in. And let's finish that off. Opponent's down to 5. How did they get so low already? I feel like I've spent most of this game not attacking them. Cruel Witness. Fine, you'll take 2 damage for that. Which puts them at 3, and... well, they had 3 blockers. But okay. So I'm having a hard time. I think Pyre Spawn needs to come in here. I'm just having a hard time punching through our opponent's board state. Could also run the Bride's Gown as a way to turn creatures into threats. Which doesn't seem awful. When I'm just looking for ways to punch through. And it can help train the trainee. Let's do that. Do they have any? They had Geralf. They had Creepy Puppeteer. They had good stuff. I could also use the Gyler to tap things. I didn't really have vampires. The Lightning Wolf? That doesn't punch through the 5 toughness thing. I mean, it does with the Waltzer. Then again, so does our Shield Basher. Okay, let's run it like this. Okay, we're 1-0 going into round 2 here. I don't really want to mulligan. I don't really want a Reckless Impulse on turn 2 either, but I totally will. I'll do it. Maybe I'll wait till turn 3 because we do have a number of 4-drops that we definitely want to be hitting. That means give me one of my, like, billion 2-drops deck. Thank you for cooperating. I didn't cut a Ridge Wolf, did I? I think I did. Skull Scab. Yeah, that's probably a good idea for them. Okay, we're playing the Impulse, because I'm so flooded here. Perish Blade Trainee and a Mountain. Well, we'll play the Mountain. Not gonna go attacking. Fear of Death. Well, that is unfortunate. Not gonna block right now. There's a Braid. Play the Trainee. I want to save this Braid for something. I'm not going to attack for -2. They don't gain life, the -2. It's just if I had something that boosted its power, it would have to boost even higher than... I want to save this for like a Cruel Witness or something. Okay. As we're gonna flood out here. I may have to abrade the Skull Scab. I don't really want to go down. Well, I could just block as well. Yeah, I can do that. Dune Dissenter. This needs to be saved for like a Cruel Witness. If there's ever been a sign you had a counter spell up. But I can't not play into... Oh, okay, you don't. Not targeting our opponent's creatures. I can train the trainee now. Do I go with... I don't like the backswing here. Not when I'm this low on health. I need to get the Fire Spawn out. You didn't bounce my quarter... Oh, you're gonna do that to my Quartermaster. Yeah, that's just gonna be game over then. Yeah, because they swing out. I can't do anything about that. Huh. I did cut a Ridge Wolf. What did I put in place of that? Oh yeah, the Bride's Gown. I need to keep the creature count up. Okay. Let's run it back. This is the tiebreaker. Let's not just flood out again. Yeah, that's good. I'll play the Ridge Wolf to start with. And maybe even trade it for something, and then, or kill an opponent's creature, and then Gatekeeper. Oh, I would love to, get that into the graveyard and, okay, there's a Butler. Only the Selhoff and Tomb Render, that's... I don't think our opponent wants to trade here at the moment. And attack. Yeah, I didn't think they wanted to trade. Actually, come to think of it, I can make it even worse for them. Just take their creature that's in there right now. I don't have any creatures in my hand. What do I care? I've got Sure Strike, I've got... If they double block or Fearful Villager, I've got Sure Strike. They're not interested in any of that. So that's cool. I'll just hold the Abrade up. I can Abrade something. I can Abrade that. Yeah, because then they're going to have their stuff dying, so let's do away with that. Oh, hey, they found a thing. Now, how do we go attacking here? Probably aggressively. What do I have in here? Just one? We might lose a little bit of stuff here. Because I won't be able to protect everything. But let's see how they block. Okay, that blocks there. Gonna double block there. Huh. I can Sure Strike to save this. Or save this. Then it would trample over for 4. That'd be 5-6 damage. I'd kind of rather save this. I'm going to play the Fleeting Spirit here. Because, you know, they're getting these creatures, but it's going to cost them to play the creatures. They're going to get back their rider. That's why I kind of wanted to wait for a better opportunity to play this. Maybe I still should have, but they also only have 4 lands, so yeah, I'm gonna dump more creatures into play. I'll play this Impulse before... Well, we have 3 in our graveyard, so I can give that first strike. But I'm gonna play the Impulse before combat. Could also get like a Flame Blast Bolt, that would be good here. The Persistent Specimen comes back tapped, so that's fine. First Strike, Menace, First Strike. It's not going to be easy for them to block. Especially since they gotta take 2 damage just to play a creature. And they can play... I don't know what these 2 unknown cards are, but they could play the Selhoff Entomber and Headless Rider. They go down to 3. Yeah, you can resolve that. There's no way you're exploiting it. Absolutely no way. And our opponent has to block these 2. They must have another creature they can play, because they can't play the... Or a land they can play? Oh, we went right into attackers. You're not attacking me. I am the one doing the attacking. Oh, well, that's a nice creature. I think we just swing out, because they have to block. I gotta make some unfavorable blocks here. Very unfavorable blocks, might I add. Yes, is gonna get first strike. Exile 3 cards. It doesn't matter what 3 cards. I can't bring any of that silliness back. So we're going to get a couple triggers, but they can't play creatures without taking damage. Yeah, Cruel Witness is not what they want here. Neither is that. Oh yeah, and they still take 2 damage from the non-first strike. I don't see how they live another turn. I mean, okay, you can bring that back. It comes back tapped, though. You can't block this. And we got there. Okay. So now we're 1-1. I want to just... Oh, I've got both the trainees in there. Oh yeah, it was the Pyre spawn to punch through against bigger toughness things. I still feel like I might want that. Just because that can also help train. Let's go with that. We've got one more round to do here. Best 2 out of 3. And if we win, we'll get 1,000 gems and 4 packs. If we lose the round, well then we're just sad and we get 1 pack. Which is really not good. And we're up against a Noble Spirit with 1 land. A Braid and Angelic Quartermaster. Our opponent mulliganed. I'm gonna keep this because I really don't want to go down to 5. Oh hey, I forgot to put card sleeves on. I just forget to do that. I have this one we can just do. That is silly. Our opponent either deciding what to get rid of. Okay, they're deciding what to get rid of. Our opponent's hand is most likely better than ours. We have 2 Braids. I'm right there with you, opponent. I didn't want to go down to 5 either. Our opponent has 3. Do I even care about this right now? Not particularly. I can play the Waltzer. Let's get the Waltzer out here. He just can't pump himself twice, which is unfortunate. Magma Pummeler. I can abrade that and just be done with it. Because I do feel it's a little risky to leave. I probably should just abrade it and be done with it. Because it can't kill my Waltzer, but it can kill my other things. So, yeah, we'll do that. They'll send the damage to us. Which, that's fine. We're gonna start working on draining this. Blood Petal Celebrant. It has blood and it petals. A Sure Strike. Okay, and in a weird turn of events, I do want to get the 1/1 counter. So we're going to do it like that. What are you... Okay. Our opponent really wanted the blood token? I am confused. But it's okay that I am confused. Okay, they got rid of the turn into night. Why does this deck want it to be night? It doesn't even have green in it. I mean, granted, there's red cards that might want it to be night. That's not one of them. Oh, Blood Tithe Harvester and a Dreadlight Monstrosity. That's not going to get played. Opponent's still being aggressive here. I'm gonna let them do that. Because I'm gonna respond with a lot more aggression. And train the training again. And we're gonna do this. Do I have one guard in the graveyard, so yeah, that's not gonna do much. There's Blood Tithe Harvester. Just gonna go out on a limb and say that's a little bit late. Blood Hypnotist cannot block. You are not attacking me. You're seriously attacking me. I don't block. And you just get run over because that thing can't block, and your other thing is dead. Because that's how this works. And then, yeah, you take a bunch of damage. Okay. Well, that worked well for having to mulligan down. I could play Boarded Window. Yeah, I don't like that. They have Magma Pummeler. Which I can't really do much about other than, you know, kill it. With our damage-based removal. Because that's how we want to be doing that. Yeah, I think the Pyre Spawn is good here. To keep as a top end. Alright, well, let's run it back. Could also run the Guyler, no, it just taps things. It's slow. We want to be somewhat aggressive. Sure. This is we won the first game. I can afford to keep a somewhat slow and risky hand the second game. We have, like, almost all of our big cards here. Blood Petal Celebrant. I have Odric that can block that. I'm not blocking a First Striker. And they're going to get damage in. They have all their colors. What can they do with them? Hi, my name is Noble Spirit, and I got a Siphon Essence here. I mean, that doesn't just scream I have a Siphon Essence. I could have a Thirst. Yeah, I'm not gonna run my Odric into your Siphon Essence. I'm not super interested in that. I could Abrade something. I don't really want to use an Abrade on the Celebrant. If they don't play anything, I might consider it. So I'm not wasting mana, because when else am I going to get to do all this stuff? I've got all these 4 and 5 drops in my hand. Okay, I think I'm going to do the impulse into the trainee. But we're going to attack first. They could also just have scattered thoughts here, but looking for lands. Those are entirely not lands. Well, we're in trouble. Okay, I found lands. I have nothing to use that on, but I can play both the trainees here, which is what I'll do. Just threatened to train a bunch. Vampires are... Oh, that was a nice card. There's no way I could have played around that. Given the hand and board, such a 3/3 with... That's annoying. I can abrade, but then I'm not doing anything else. I'd rather do something. Granted, if they like start casting a bunch of instant sorceries, I could take a lot of damage here. But like if I had drawn a land there, I could have just... It would have been an easy lacerate flesh. There's a harvester. I don't like him either. But I think we gotta get rid of the 3/3. Parasitic Grasp. Ouchies. Okay, here comes Pain. Could also play... Could also play Odric in a braid. Odric's not super good here. Let's just kill that. Well, do you have a Flame Blast Bolt you're going to use on your own thing to... That would be so awkward. That's the only thing you could have here. You Flame Blast Bolt it. They're going to Flame Blast Bolt that to save that. Wow. Wow. I don't know what to make of that. Okay, well, we're dead if we don't kill stuff. We can't block that, so let's kill that. This I can at least block. That was kind of nuts. I was not expecting them to actually do that to save their frenzied devils. Because now they need another instant or sorcery if they want to pump this and have this not just be a trade. I'm gonna block because if they have a way to pump it, we would be dead if we don't block. Or we're just gonna be dead anyways. So now they can cast our own thing. Let me get a land. Haha! Ooh, Pyre Spawn. That is just what we needed here. Make sure that's dead. Oh gosh. Stop that. Stop it. No, no more of this. Your devils are dead. Please stop having instants and sorceries you can play. Okay. Incoming Flame Blast Bolt. Well, we have to block this. Okay, it's dead. I'm at 2. What is dead? You take 3. I think I got another mountain. Ah. I guess I'm gonna play my Return Guest. Just hope they don't have like another one of those. That's not really a great card. That's rude. Now they're getting blood tokens and they're getting into... Can I put my sleeves on if we get in between games again? Well, that can just kill me if I activate its effect. I'm not going to do that. That would be silly. I'm still saving this for trying to pump something else. Oh, jeez. There's a Bleed Dry. I have to block that thing. I don't want to block it with that. So, I'll block it with the Quartermaster. Yeah, this will trade. But otherwise, this just shrinks this, and... Oh, that's a nice card to get here. Nasty Enchantments. We're going to board in our Sanctify. Assuming it gets to that point, which, you know, why wouldn't it? Oh, this is still going to... Well, I have to block, or I just lose. I need a little bit more than this. I mean, that qualifies as a little bit more. If our opponent doesn't draw something they can cast, this will turn to night. So let's do that. I can still just block the token. Okay, they drew something they can cast, and now they got a blood token. Oh, yuck, Magma Pummeler, we're dead. We're dead to that. I cannot stop that Magma Pummeler. Well, good game. I can't stop Magma Pummeler. There's no way. All my removal's damage based. Okay, Sanctify. Can mosey on in here. What's going out? Probably Sure Strike. They don't seem to have like that many big creatures that I need to worry about too much. I just need to worry about keeping a board presence. They're running Flame Blast Bolt, so the Shield Basher is probably not as good here as the Lightning Wolf. Granted, we have a lot of small things that would eat up the Lightning Flame Blast Bolt. And I think we just run it back like this. And we'll go into game 3. This time we can be on the play. Play first. Good enough. We're missing white, but... Do I risk this? Or do I just impulse and try and get a couple lands? Play a card exiled with that. Yeah. I don't want to risk that yet. I'm glad I didn't. Not attacking. I don't want to trade. We could really use a planes now. I will Voltaic Visionary to try and find one. Because I don't want to miss out on the Waltzer. Well, I can cast this Braid. Do I want to punish them for instants and sorceries or for creatures? I want to punish them for creatures. Plus, they also have black, so they might have like ways to bring back creatures. Granted, we're going to take damage from our own creatures, but okay, well, they found their swan. How come I couldn't find my second color? They got all their colors. That's rude. Well, they've got another card that they can't play off their impulse, so I guess that evens things out. We're gonna play Lightning Wolf. Yeah, we'll take 2. But they're gonna take damage playing their creatures. And when they have an empty board, you just want to play creatures into it. If I ever get white mana, we can also sanctify one of their nasty enchantments. See, like so. I will block if they want to. They do not want to. Well... I don't need to activate that twice. Do I play the Ridge Wolf here? I feel like I do. Because that will have trample. And it means that, you know, this could... Oh, that's... Well, that's kind of big. Well, now I can't go attacking into that. Huh. I'm not super interested in trading. I'll play the Fearful Villager. I got rid of my Sure Strike, didn't I? For the Sanctify that we can't cast. I'm thinking if this thing attacks, I can double block here, and I'll only lose one thing. That's why I played the Villager. That's also assuming there's no tricks. I could also just boop boop. I don't want to take additional damage for playing creatures. And then they can't block that. I know it's my go. Alternatively, I could also not block... Well, let's get rid of that. Do they have an instant? I know they've got instant... Okay. Okay. I'm okay with that trade. Of course, now they can play creatures without... Each player chooses a non-land permanent. Return all non-land permanents not chosen this way to their owner's hands. For each opponent who has more cards in hand than you. Okay, well, I'm going to keep my Lightning Wolf. Blood-Tithe Harvester. I was gonna say, if I get white, I could actually like sanctify that so they don't have anything. Yeah, this is just, we're gonna swing in here. Okay. They could double block. And they're not going to double block. Belligerent Guest. So that way that thing can't just swing. Just dying to serve, I need this white mana. Oh, jeez. Well, I have to block. Well, it's got 7, 8, 9. I'm taking 9 here. Gross. Watch them get my planes. Okay. Oh, hey, I got my planes. I can do 4. We kill the curse. We definitely kill the curse. They need 2 blockers for this, or... Yuck. That lets them cast stuff from the top of their deck. If it shares a card type. I'm guessing the top card's not a... Okay, it's not. Activate ability? You cannot block both of these. Because the one had Menace. Ooh. Menace is such a good ability. Well, that didn't go completely awful. It wasn't super smooth. We got two out of 3 wins. I mean, that's what we want to hope for. We want to at least get the 2 wins. So we get, you know, decent stuff. And yeah, as usual, we will go ahead and open our packs. Oh, we got Lacerate Flesh. Yeah, like I need those at this point. Graph Reaver, okay. That's not what we were looking for. Okay, Wedding Announcements is a cool card. And here we get Cigar Sun. That's definitely not what we're looking for. Yuck. I drafted one of those so that maybe I wouldn't be opening them. But then we open them anyways. Alright, well, that is all for now. And I'll see you guys next time.